Hey, there we go. All right, everybody. Try and get through this video uninterrupted. First off, I want to apologize for the issues we've had, the technical difficulties of trying to get this video uploaded for you guys. So, I apologize for that. All right, let's get into it. Welcome to the official players meeting video for the 2022, I almost said 2015, for the 15th annual Midtown Chiropractic Championship. I am your tournament director, Logan Staten. Most of you guys know me, so I don't need to go any more into detail about that. Welcome to the 15th year of the Midtown. It's awesome to be able to keep it going. Robert Leonard and Justin Jernigan started this tournament years ago, and it's been going strong ever since. So, huge shout out and thank you, obviously, to Robert and Jay and Dr. Hightower, Brett, for allowing me to kind of take over and take the reins for this tournament and keep it going, so to speak. So, big thank you to those guys. It means a lot. Let's get into it, man. There's some people I have to thank, some government entities I have to thank, and then we'll get into the actual bones of the discussion. Buckhorn Parks Department, Town of Holly Springs, Town of Clayton Parks and Rec, and Capital Area Disc League have all been phenomenal in securing these courses, getting them playable and ready. They have made my life as a TD so much easier than it needed to be. So thank you to all four of those entities, and Jay with cattle. I mean, it's been phenomenal. Sponsors for the Pro Payout. Excuse me, I'm drawing blanks tonight. Fusion Professional Massage Therapy, number one clinical massage institute in the Triangle, without a doubt. They are out of Durham. Phenomenal massage therapists that work there, and they will help you out for sure. Clearview Window Cleaning and Clearview Window Cleaning of RTP, for everything commercial to residential that you need done, exterior cleaning from gutters, windows, your home, your business, driveway, porch, doesn't matter. Clearview Window Cleaning will take care of you. Fit Inspired Living, Basket Bashers Disc Golf, Capital Area Disc League, and Kenny Lukashevitz. So thank you to all of those people and businesses. The two main people I really need to thank, who have done a lot for this event, Josh Friends with Carolina Countertops. If you don't know Josh, he's a disc golfer out of Chapel Hill. He owns a private course called Friendly Acres. Phenomenal course. I highly recommend you go play it. But like I said, he owns Carolina Countertops. He does phenomenal work on countertops, and he actually donated the trophies for this event. So, really cool guy. Does a lot in the community for disc golf. So, if you ever need anything done in your home for countertops, please go see Josh. And then obviously the man himself, the man that the tournament's named after, Doc Hightower with the Midtown Chiropractic crew. Cannot say enough about Doc. He's an awesome person. He'll be playing MA60, so if you're in his pool for this weekend, please make sure you say hello and thank him. This is the 15th year that he has sponsored this event, and every year we ask for more money, and every year he gives it. But no, seriously, he's done a phenomenal job being the title sponsor for this event. So thank you, Doc. All right, let's get into the bones of it. Before everybody asks me, and I'm sure we'll say it more times over the weekend, but the access code for this event is Midtown. One word. It's not case sensitive. Midtown. MIDTON. Wow, if I could spell it. MIDTOWN. Pardon me. I had it spelled out in front of me and said it. I will be at Clayton on Saturday and at Jones on Sunday. JPO will be at Zebulon on Saturday and Buckhorn on Sunday. I will have all players packs with me at Clayton on Saturday. So if you are starting at Zebulon, please make sure you get your players packs prior to the start of round 2. There are a lot of things in your players pack, a couple fragile things that you probably don't want to carry with you for the whole round. So make sure you have time to get them to your car when you get to Clayton for round 2. The OB for this weekend or event is going to be orange paint. Okay, there are flags coupled with the orange paint. At some courses they're orange flags. At some courses they're green cattle flags. But the orange paint line itself is the OB. Okay, the flags are just there to help you see it, so to speak. And the orange paint line itself is OB. So if you're just touching the line, that is OB. Okay, you have to be straddling the line, so to speak. If you're primarily out of bounds and one corner of your disc is on the line, you are OB. Okay, you have to be touching inbounds in order to be inbounds. I'm going to walk through all 4 courses. I'm not going to go through all the OB for each course, just the major things that I want everybody to be aware of. Okay, starting with Clayton. We're playing the all-star layout at Clayton with the exception of we're going to play the white tees on hole 1 and then a modified hole 18. Okay, and there's a reason for that. The reason is there's a lot of construction going on. As you get there, you'll see it. And they have actually put construction fencing right next to 18's current tee pad. And you'd probably be able to throw over it, but it would be a distraction, certainly. So we have remade that hole a little bit. It is now throwing over the retention pond back up towards the practice basket with a lot of OB around it. It is a very reachable hole for pretty much any skill set, but it is a very tight landing zone. So made it fun, but challenging, certainly. But that is the reason for that. Hole 14, there is a Mando. If you do miss that Mando, the drop zone is directly next to that said Mando. I do have it flagged, so it'll be pretty easy to see in regards to that. The transition from hole 17 to 18 at Clayton, like I said, there's construction fencing. We have cut a hole and removed that construction fencing so that you have a clear path to walk through. And then when you're throwing on 18, be on the lookout for pedestrians walking on that path. I will actually be there flagging inbounds or out of bounds during the event, and then watching for pedestrians as well to kind of help with pace of play and things like that. That's it for Clayton. Moving on to Zebulon, the creek on hole 1, 2, 3, and 7 is painted and flagged OB. All right. There's a Mando on 1 that you probably shouldn't miss, but if you do, the drop zone's directly next to it. There's a Mando on hole 2, a little bit further down the fairway, a little bit easier to miss. The drop zone is right next to that Mando as well, and then the Mando on 7 has a drop zone right next to it as well. So all the Mandos have drop zones right next to them for those holes. All the sidewalks will play as OB. So holes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13, and 17 at Zebulon will all have sidewalks that play as OB. Okay. On hole 18, there are the basketball courts there. I will have a drop zone option put in place in case you go into the basketball court where you can play from the drop zone instead of having to take a meter off the basketball court, which still leaves you in those holly trees that are there. And all this will be in the individual notes on PDGA Live. So you don't have to try and remember it, but I want you to hear it. Please be aware of poison ivy. I have tried spraying everything I could see. I don't know if it's going to kill it all by the time the tournament gets here. So just please be aware of that. Carry Xanfil with you or other antibiotics for that. Buckhorn. You cannot access the park prior to 8 a.m. Please do not pull up to the gate and sit there and wait and cause a traffic backup. That was the one request that the Buckhorn Parks Department had for us, was to please not wait at the gate for somebody to let you in. The gate will be open by 8 a.m. Okay. Hole 0 is not in play. We're not playing hole 0 at Buckhorn. unless something tragic happens and we cannot play one of the holes between now and the tournament. But that is a absolutely last case scenario that should not need to happen. Okay. We're playing the All-Star layout at Buckhorn as well. Holes 8, 9, 10, and 11 all have a orange paint line right next to the water's edge. Any place that there is not paint, the OB becomes surrounded by water, but that is a very bad place to be in if you're somewhere where there's no paint, because I have painted an extensive amount in those areas. The only parts that don't have paint are on the right side of 11, where all the high weeds and stuff have grown up. That is where that rule is coming in at, but we should have no issues there. The pond that is around holes 15, 16, 17, and 18, that is all painted and flagged. So that should be taken care of in the same sense. Yeah, it should be very easy to tell. There's a drop zone on 10 and 11. The drop zone for both of those tee pads is the white tee pad. On both of these holes, I will allow for players to not have to throw, go straight to the drop zone, throwing 3. Okay, so what that does, that prevents you from having to throw over the water and lose a disc if you don't want to do that. Instead, you just go straight to the drop zone and then play it for 3. That way, if you throw it in there and you lose a disc, you go there for 3, but you don't have to. You can go straight there and save yourself the disc. The drop zone on hole 17 is a small concrete pad up by the fence. It is marked. It is flagged. But that is the drop zone for 17. Finally, Jones Park. We're playing the long tee pads at Jones Park. Holes 1, 2, 3, and 13. There are rocks on the fairway there at Jones Park. Everybody's seen them if you've played there. All these have been flagged but not painted. The reason they are flagged and not painted, they are not OB. They are a casual area. Okay, what that means is you can play from inside of there if you want, but you can also take relief free of penalty strokes straight in line with the basket. Okay, so that way you don't have to jump putt or step putt or try and throw your next shot standing on those rocks. You can take a relief from that if you so desire. You do not have to. If you do choose to, it is not a penalty stroke. Okay. Hole 11 is the over the pond shot there. Same rule is in place there as there is at Buckhorn. There's a drop zone about halfway up that fairway. It is not the white tee pad. There is an actual drop zone about halfway up that fairway, and you can advance straight to that drop zone and throw your third shot from there if you don't want to throw over the water. Okay. Hole 12 has a mandatory. It is the light pole for the baseball field that's right there. The drop zone is right next to that mandatory. Quick thing to note, if you do throw in that pond on 12, there are some areas where a meter off the water, you're still in jail, right? It's still very thick. You always have the option of going to the drop zone and throwing your third shot from the drop zone if you go OB. Okay, so keep that in mind. It may save you some time, may even save you a stroke, but that's something to keep in mind there. Okay, if you're taking 3 anyways, might as well give yourself the better lie. Other than that, I think that is everything that I have. Congratulations again to Pete Kenny. He has won the Pete Kenny Award for, I think, the 15th year in a row. So, attaboy. Good job defending your title there, Pete. Looking forward to having you back down here from Colorado this weekend. Any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to shoot me a message on Disc Golf Scene. Text me, send me a Facebook message, or shoot us an email. Okay? I will respond to those as quick as I possibly can and get those sent back out to you. Okay? Your pool assignments are up on Disc Golf Scene. Everything should be there. Again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate. We will have an hour and a half for lunch in between rounds. And I believe I said this earlier already, but I will have the players' packs with me. So, at Clayton. So, pool B, I think, is where I don't know. I'm not going to say it and get it wrong. But whoever's starting at Clayton can get your players' packs. And then, Whoever comes over from Zebulon, get your players packs before round 2. Other than that, I think we're all set. I think we're all covered. Any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate. Until then, we look forward to seeing y'all this weekend. Thank you.